seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. You ain't never seen it like this. Look at me go. Look at me go. Hey, we about to blow. Act like you know. Hey, we on the road. Look at me go. Hey, bringing it home. We in the zone. Hey, look at me go. Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Throwing, Willis. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now Willis.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Willis. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. To throw is Willis. He's got his man. It's Harrison. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Willis now to throw.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Now, faking the give. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Malik Willis. Touchdown, Arizona. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Slot receiver headed right. Back Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
So you're on the sideline, and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. In motion comes Thomas. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Brooks. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the 1st down.
A throw on the move is caught. The Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. Now it is 1st and goal. Receiver in motion, going right. From the 1, 2nd and goal. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Seattle. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. To throw, here's Willis. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Throwing is Willis. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And 3rd down coming up. Willis now to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Willis to throw. Now he takes off. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Throwing, Willis. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. give him 27, and it's first and goal. Willis.
First and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner.
Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The Seahawks scoop it up. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he returns this all the way. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. What a terrible moment for the offense. You're in the red zone, driving for a score, and Greg, instead, it goes back the other way for a touchdown.
Yeah, and every defensive coordinator around the league, Mike, they preach two things in the red zone. They preach field goals and takeaways. In this case, they get the latter, and not only do they force the takeaway, he's able to return it the entire length of the field and take it for 6.
They were stopped on second down, now third and goal from the 1. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on third and short. From back at the 6-yard line, what can they do on third and goal? On play action, he'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is hot. What a throw. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Look, Mike, I don't want to imply that they drew this play up specifically because this is when the league is celebrating National Tight Ends Day. But you got to admit, it's kind of fun seeing him score on this day in particular and join his fellow tight ends who have also scored throughout the league.
Tyler Bass set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. He'll look to throw. He'll let this one go deep for Thomas. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Riq Woolen.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly. Did, takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. You'll find Brown out of the backfield. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
Anytime you decide to drop back to pass this deep in your own territory, that quarterback has to have a clock in his head. Get the ball out of my hand. In this case, checks it down to his back, picks up a nice gain, gives the offense a little breathing room.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll tuck it and take off.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. They'll look to throw. Less than 2 minutes to play in this first half. We're back to Seattle after this. 3rd and 5.
Cougar 19.
In motion comes Thomas. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's into the end zone. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Seattle. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll run here with Brown. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play. Here's Brown. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Throwing, Willis. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Willis. Working free downfield. It is Williams. Card's going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Here's Willis. He's got his running back downfield, and it's complete. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it 1st and goal inside the 5. A huge play just before the half. Pickup of 46 yards. Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. So we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football as we send you cross country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go, Rig, go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Here comes the screen to Brooks. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try and run it with Brooks. And he will have the Seahawks first down. It was 3rd and 3, and they picked up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
60 by 6. Hawk 7. Hawk 7. Here we go. Sack.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll look to throw again. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player.
Let's go.
Give it up the middle to Brooks. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And he'll take it on in. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Seahawks. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And the Seahawks move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Willis now to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Williams in motion. Throwing is Willis. This one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot based on what the receivers do off the line.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Seahawks will extend their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. First and 10. To throw is Willis. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Willis to throw. He's going to run it. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He'll fire one deep for Harrison. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 42 yards.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is taken in by the defense. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage. And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
That's going to be incomplete. Looked like they had him for a second. They went into the bag of tricks. It almost worked. It's second down.
Packers 60, Cowboy 80. 70 range, 70 range. Here we go, set.
Throwing now from the gun. To the right side here. Pass is caught. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready, ready?
They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. Loose inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 81 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Off he goes.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. Going up top. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent, who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
Throwing, Willis. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10. They'll go with him again. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight.
He's now over the century mark, Mike. And I get that this holiday was just started as something fun. It wasn't meant to impact how teams prepare for games necessarily. But I have to wonder, Mike, with it being National Tight Ends Day, did they have a little extra look or two his way to help him reach this total?
Now, faking the give. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Quick throw on the RPO, caught by Coleman out wide. 2nd down and 8.
Let's go now.
A run with Brooks. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22. They run out of the gun with Brooks. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
19 tackle, 19 tackle.
Third down and 12.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Man. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down. Back to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to have the Seahawks first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on fourth down. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll bring up second down.
Here we go, sack.
Give inside, it's Brooks. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of one.
A loss of 1.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. A tough spot here. Third and long.
Let's go.
They'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. They'll go once more with Brooks. Whistles here. We have another stoppage. Timeout called by the defense with 1:53 remaining.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. Probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down.
Panther 60, Panther 70. Cowboy 80.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Willis. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Now Willis. That's caught downfield by Harrison. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, you have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Willis. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Willis now to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before 3rd and inches. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to have the Cardinals' 1st down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive. You'll find Brown out of the backfield.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's Willis. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Cards going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game. Here we go, 1st and goal. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. He works free, right side. Past the 40. And now he loses the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
19 Lions.
In motion comes Thomas. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Seahawks scoop it up.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup.
And that final throw here is intercepted. And the Seahawks